Okay, welcome back everybody. Today we have another replay review. This one is coming in from Yarrin. Now Yarrin is currently ranked Champion 1 Division 4, I believe, at the time of this recording. If you take a look on the left side here, you will notice that I am his teammate for this game, for the sole reason being that Yarrin is on console. He did not have a way to save a replay and send it to me, so we just hopped into a quick casual game of 2v2 here, and I went ahead and saved that replay for him. Alright, so without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and see what Yarrin does right, what he can improve, and yeah, let's get into it. The first thing I will say right away before we even start Yarrin is I am noticing that your camera is quite far from the car. If you take a look at the other players on the field, you will notice that their camera is a lot closer to the car. It's not something that's entirely bad, but I could personally see some issues in terms of perspective and trying to read the ball with these settings here. Camera settings are completely personal preference, but in this case I would highly recommend that you bring that camera a little bit closer to your car. Alright, we cheat on the kickoff. That's awesome. Yeah, that's a good shot. There's not much we can say there. That was an excellent play. Oh, okay. We're going for the corner boost this time. Okay. So since you're in Champion, Yarrin, I would start having the habit to cheat up a lot more and try to break the habit of going for the corner boost. The reason being is because when your teammate goes for the kickoff, if it's a dead 50 or it goes slightly to the left or the right, since you're this far, you won't be able to follow this up once the kickoff is done. By doing so, you kind of miss an opportunity to get possession of the ball if we win the kickoff here. Because yeah, you see right here, Chugginator did decide to actually cheat, so he just has a free possession of ball right now. So since you went for the corner boost, you kind of just have to sit back at the moment, and you kind of just have to wait for him to give the ball to you. So it requires you to be on defense right away. Alright, so far it's not bad. A little bit of a rough recovery, but all good. Okay, everything is good. Okay, except here though. So instead of stopping and trying to keep possession of the ball, since your momentum was going this way, I would just kind of keep going this way, right? Complete your rotation, because by sticking to this ball and staying here, you do see me on the right side here approaching the corner, because when you were going this way, I believed your rotation or your play with the ball was done. Kind of left us in for a moment here in the corner where we were both pushed up, and that could have been extremely punishable. It could have led to a double commit. By completing your rotation, it's much cleaner, and it prevents a potential overcommit. Okay, we missed the ball. Oh, okay, that's a bit scary. So when you miss the first touch like that, the next thing you should ask yourself is, am I being pressured, right? If you look behind you really quickly here, you will notice that they are extremely far, right? So I believe you panicked after you missed that first touch on the ball, and it kind of forced you to hit the ball towards your own net, and that is super dangerous. So in that case, since they're not pressuring you, you have a lot of time here. Instead, what I would have done is just continue driving this way and just kind of roll down the back wall, wait for the ball to drop down, and then you could just keep going this way. Because booming the ball this way, like I said, it just you're basically creating a threat for no reason. Not really a reason to panic here. Just take your time. You still have a lot of time here. Because it did require you to make an unnecessary save thereafter. Alright, that's a good shot. The only issue I could potentially see with this is before you go for the shot, you did notice that I am currently in front of you still, right? I just finished my play. I am rotating back. Unless you're 1,000,000% sure that the shot that you're doing is going to go in, right? In that case, it is fine. But this could be a very risky play considering that I'm still in front of you. The reason why this play worked is simply because the guy here in net decided to just chill and just hesitate instead of challenging that ball. So he just gave you a free ball here. The next time you see a scenario like this and your teammate is still in front, just watch out if it's a good idea to go or not. If it's not a good idea, just sit back, kill some time, allow your teammate to rotate back, and then you can safely go for this play, knowing that there's someone behind you to cover you if something goes wrong. All right, let's look at the kickoff now, actually. Yep, that's a solid kickoff. Okay, you positioned a little bit too much forward here. After that kickoff is done, I would kind of just chill a little bit more further back. Because right now, I have ball possession, and there is currently no one to cover me if someone decides to challenge me in the air here, or when the ball drops down, right? So I would sit more like around here, a little bit behind me, right? So let me play this up, and then depending if there's a challenge, if something happens, then you can follow that play since you'll be behind. Alright, we missed the mid. Not the end of the world. Oh, I forgot to change. There you go. Okay. A little bit of confusion there. But let's see. Let's go back. So I get a demo. Okay, yeah, you should have been the one to go for that. Simply because you started turning towards the ball like this. And if you look at my car, I'm currently facing the wall. If I were to be the one to challenge that, essentially I would be facing my own net, which is, you know, super dangerous. So in that case, since you started turning towards the ball, I would just keep doing that and just go for the challenge, since I'm not in the position to challenge that. Okay, good try on that play. Alright. Not much I can say there. Kind of my fault I got flicked on. Kick off again. That's excellent. So far, nothing too bad. Alright, I like the positioning there. Rotating back. Good challenge. Yep. Couldn't spot anything really there. That was good. Kickoff again. Yep, consistent kickoff. Love it. Okay, so here we're a little bit pushed up together here. So once you complete your kickoff, you grab this mid boost, and then once you grab the mid boost, you do see me. I'm in front of you right now. So I should be the one challenging this after kickoff, since you just completed the kickoff. By both of us going into this corner, it does create a double commit, and that could have been punishable. So instead, once you see me going for this ball, I would kind of just stay back, even go a little bit more to the right here. But yeah. Because yeah, you were awkward here for a little bit because the ball went beside you. That's a good block. Okay, yeah, so here again, you are pushed up a little bit further. So once you complete that block there, I would kind of just sit here or go a little bit further back, because I am now closest to the ball, so I'll be the one taking over. By you pushing forward like this, there is still someone on me. So if something goes wrong, there's no one to cover me behind, and that's just a wide open net. Missed shot. I can relate. Okay, we went all the way to the corner and that ball's just floating right there. Okay. Instead of just going all the way to our corner boost, right? You do have a couple pads that are available here. Even this one. You could have done like a small rotation to stay midfield. Because by going all the way to the corner here, you kind of miss out on an opportunity which just happened here after I went for the shot. Right? So you want to stay in play. As long as the ball is still in their half, you still want to stay in play for cases like this. Because see, now you're too far to actually do something with it, and now we have to start the defense. Another missed shot. That's unfortunate. Slow recovery again. Okay, there was no reason to jump for that. Your positioning was completely fine. Up until here, you realize that Mustafa has not jumped for this ball yet, right? So there's no reason for you to jump first, right? If he was going to try to challenge that, then you would have to jump. But in that case, since he's still on the sidewall, you can just wait and stay grounded. If he decides to go for a shot late, you could also try to shadow that instead of challenging. So that's another option as well. Yeah, so there's no reason to jump for this right away since it's not like an immediate threat. That's a good save. Okay, so instead of doing that, right? One thing I like to do, especially in ones, is this scenario specifically right here, right? So you're on the sidewall with the ball on top, right? And the opponent is down below. What you could do, right, is you could stick to the sidewall and stay close to the ball because he's about to grab the mid boost here. As you can see, he's low. He's about to grab that mid boost. If at any point he decides to turn around and jump on the sidewall and try to challenge you, this is where you want to flip into the ball, right? This is a simple beat. And just like that, you have a 2-on-1 situation. So if you ever find yourself in a similar situation, just remember that. Super, super overpowered. That's a good challenge. Oh, you're positioned a little bit front post here. Yeah, I would have positioned a little bit further back. Right, this was fine. This rotation was fine, but turning right here is not. Right? If you would have just kept driving forward, you would have landed straight into back post, and this would have been the perfect spot, right? Because right now, by positioning yourself here, right, you're not covering anything. Right? This is open. This is all open. Right? Maybe here is not open because your car is like facing this way, right? But all this behind you is open. Right, so if you would have sticked here, obviously then all of this would have been savable. You just have to drive forward, and that's pretty much it. Luckily, the ball just kind of lands right in front of you. But that could have been punishable. All right. Aerial play. Not the cleanest setup, but it works. See, I even missed a shot there. Alright, well that's the game. But yeah, Yarrin, the biggest thing I could find in this replay is positioning, right? Your positioning could improve a little bit. Especially as second man. There were a couple moments in that replay where you were positioned pretty aggressively, and the reason why this is bad, like I mentioned in the replay, is simply because no one is covering us behind, and if anything goes wrong while first man has ball possession, if he loses the 50, if someone ego challenges, you know, like anything like that, it could lead to a open net. But yeah, the second thing I could tell you here is just to be patient. There were a couple moments in that replay, especially the one on the back ball here, where you missed the first touch on the ball, where you weren't necessarily being pressured, but you made a couple panicky touches. But yeah, I would say look more on the field, look more for the opponents, and analyze to see if anything is a threat, and make sure you don't panic if it's not, right? But yeah, that's gonna do it for this replay review, Yarrin. Hope it helps you, and if you have any questions, make sure to leave a comment down below. If anybody has any comments, make sure to leave a comment down below as well. If you want to be featured in a replay review like this, make sure to let me know in the comment section as well. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out, guys.